Hello and welcome, Cancerian. So, as promised, I said I'm going to do a more elaborate reading rather than just the groupings of like water, fire, earth, and air. So this is just Cancerians all on your own. So I'm using the modern witch tarot. I have been. I'm going to do my January favorites, but I've been addicted to this deck, and it's really hard to put it down so I can review the other decks I've been getting. So let's get into this now. Let's see. So this is February's reading for you guys. If you hear me scooting, I'm on a chair. So let's see. I'm going to do a 6-card draw, and that's the layout I usually use, just to make it more readable, because I don't think I'll fit a Celtic cross on the table right now. So let's see. Let's see. Ooh. So where we are now is the Magician. To elaborate that, like to go with it, which is the next card. Oh, nope, that doesn't feel right. Is the Four of Swords. I love that Four of Swords. Our fear is the Ace of Cups in reverse. That position of this spread is always reverse, and so is your weakness. So first is your strength. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then for your weakness, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. I'll move the camera, don't worry. And then for the outcome, we have the Lovers. And at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot. This comes up a lot in my private readings for myself. I'm a Cancerian, so this and the Magician are like stalking me. Okay. Let's see now. Our overall energy is the Chariot, so it means whatever is going to happen in February, not January. January feels like it's been going on for years. So whatever's happening in February, it's going to be a slow transition. So even though the ball is rolling, it's going to be a very slow and transition and journey that we're going to be taking. So we're just going to enjoy the journey of like the process of getting to that destination rather than the destination itself. So that's our energy for Cancerians. So we'll start off with the Magician. This card is also stalking myself as well. As I said, I'm a Cancerian, so where we are now is we know we have the skill sets, we know we have all this, knowledge and experience that's going to help us in February. And currently you were like, wow, look at all this experience and skills I have. I'm amazing. I can multitask. I can do so much. But I want to see if what this is in regards to. We have the Moon. Oh my god, the Moon card. So you have the Moon. I just took the top of the deck. So with this career, I say it's a career thing. It's not a love thing. With this career situation, I feel it's more career than like picking a partner kind of thing. We have a choice to make. Like we either take the easy way out or the hard way out. And the easy way would be, go forth with the process, carry on. The hard way would be going back to education and stuff like that. The longer route to get to where we want to be. So with that's where we are now, Cancerians. What's going for you is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is nothing like the Four of Cups, where you have to be patient and you're get agitated for being patient. This is where you need to be patient with yourself. So don't be so hard on yourself and just relax. Like you need to rest. When you need to rest, just rest. Like it's not a big deal. Like you're allowed to take a break and just, rest. I love this modern version of it because the sword is not by her bed, because in modern days, no one has a sword by their bed. So she's like holding on to her head like she has a migraine, like I did on Thursday. I had a massive migraine, and you lay down, you sleep it off. That's what you do. You rest and you rejuvenate. So to go with that, don't overwork yourself with the Magician there. And don't overstress about the decision you make. You go with your intuition. So now with the Ace of Cups in reverse, if you think of it this way, where it's outflowing, this is where it's flowing back in, and you're kind of, how to put it, you're closing yourself off a lot, and you're kind of like your fear is that you're going to be not as happy as you think you would be. Like it's like this on top of that. Like it's literally like a Nine of Swords situation, but broken down. So you are very in February we're fearing that we're going to be a bit not closed off. I say closed off, but we're not going to be as happy as we thought we would be in this new chapter or new beginning, because we were let down before, and that's a fear. So it's not what's going to happen, it's what's making you anxious. On to go with that, look, Ten of Wands. To go with that, we have the Ten of Wands. So we're overdoing things here, and we're stressing ourselves out. So the fear is that we're going to be stressing ourselves out, and feeling that things aren't going to go as we're building it up to be. Like we're hyping this thing up, what we want, and then we go and do it. Like, that's not what I want. I didn't want this, But here we go. That's our fear. So that's not what's happened. This is like what you're going to be anxious about kind of thing in February. Next we have the Strength card. In the Strength card, yeah, technically it is. It's the Strength position. The Queen of Pentacles is in the Strength position. So we could see that we flourish in our career, because this is why I was saying that the Magician is definitely a career kind of aspect, because later on we had the Queen of Pentacles. So we see that we move up in the Pentacle courts, if we were in the Pentacle courts before, but we see that we're like very content, very happy, and just like, oh, I am making my own way. It's great. Like, you're making your own way, and your strength is the fact that you're making your own way, and your career is on top of that. I'm going to elaborate that with the Six of Swords. So this is all about moving forward. So you could see, like, with that, because as I said, we're moving up with our career. You're moving forward in your career. You're either probably because as well, like, you have the strength to go on a holiday. That could be the other thing. Like, oh my god, I can actually spend the money to go on a holiday. Yes. But I definitely feel like it's more like you're moving forward in your career, and it's just great. It's wonderful, that kind of energy. Now we have the weakness. So the weakness is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, either way, whatever way, I always say the Nine of Cups, you have to not count your chickens before they hatch. So your weakness is that you're like, look at all this stuff I have all this money, blah blah blah, and then you go off and splurge, and then when you splurge, you're suddenly let go or something like that from the new job. I've seen that happen to people. Like, I think in an old job, I can't remember who, I don't even know the person, I was just told, like, oh yeah, they were hired and they got money and they went off and bought a motorbike. Funny I said motorbike because there's a chart there. And then 2 weeks later they were let go, and they couldn't afford the motorbike to pay it off. And I went, well, you see, that's why you need to be careful when it comes to, when your wishes come true, you need to be careful. Like, they come true, you can be all happy and go in the flow of things, splurge, blah blah blah, get all the things you want out of the way, but you need to be practical as well. Like, you need to be practical in, like, I should save this. And we see that we have the Six of Cups as well to elaborate this. So we see that someone older is going to give you advice about this certain thing, and it's another cups. So, but you see, like, this is also like, because it's in reverse, it's like you're not getting everything you want. Your weakness is that you're not going to get everything you want straight away. So you're going to go to a friend, a childhood friend, or someone older, someone who has been in your life for a long time, for a bit of advice and a bit of help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. The outcome is the Lovers. Now, the outcome doesn't mean like, oh my god, we've done so successful in our career, now we've met Prince Charming or whatever floats your boat. This means you're following your passions. I feel like you're following what your heart is desiring. Like, the angel has his hands on its heart there, and it's just like, oh, you're following your true calling. Like, that's the main thing that you should be doing, is following your true calling. And we have the Six of Wands. So we see that you're following your passions, which is amazing. It's brilliant. It's so good. And we come out in this kind of, oh my god, I'm feeling such a winner chicken dinner. I know, that's just a thing we say here in Ireland. But yeah, you feel victorious, you feel amazed, and you're like, oh my god, I don't feel stressed anymore. You're following what you want to do, which is lovely. I'm gonna get an oracle deck. I thought I had it beside me. Nope, I don't. Well, oh yeah, I do. It's right here. It's in front of me. We're gonna use Elke, this one. For she who, so it's like all feminine, because we're all using female ones here, but gender fluid, the whole thing, whatever you want to do. Like, it doesn't have roll reverse the cards if you need. So I'm just going to draw 3 of these, and I'm going to see what are your energies for February. Oh, that's 1. I'll turn them over in a minute. The backings are gorgeous on these cards. 2. 3. Okay. So, the first one is She Who Hopes, Renee, Love, Hope and Relationships. So, the other energies that are in, I'm going to draw one more because it should be one for each week. So, for the month of February, we see that you are hopeful about something to do with love, because February is the month of love. It makes sense, for Valentine's Day and all that. She Who Hopes and Love, Hope and Relationships. You're a bit hopeful. Like, even though you're focusing on your career for the month of February, Cancerians, we see that we're a little bit like, I wish I could find Mr. Right or whoever, So whatever sexuality you are, just go with that. Roll reverse it. Open mind, that kind of thing. But yeah, we're seeing that you want someone. You want to find someone. That's nice, so you're not. It's nice to see that. The next one for week 2 is She Who Battles. Abonalaka. I'm going to ruin these names. Justice, fierce, and commitment. So you see that we kind of put our armor on. Like, she's here in the pond and the park, and then we put our armor on slowly here, because we're like, you know what? I can find someone later because I want to focus on my career and focus on me, and that's kind of like the commitment of that. And you're a bit fierce in that, so it's a bit like intimidating, but not that intimidating. The third week we have She Who Divines. So Fortuna, future, choice and judgment. So you see there's choice, like we had the moon card, so this is all about choices that you're making, and the judgment is like the karma that's going to come back and such like that. I know she's only holding a drawn Lenormand, or tarot card, but come on, I really want that tarot card. And last week of February we have She Who Instigates, Regina. So look, they have normal names. Some of them have normal names, some of them have very tropical names, and I'm like going, I can't butcher it. Leadership, provocation, I can't read today. Leadership, provocation, and power. So you're instigating a power shift in yourself, and we see that that's really good, because you see we have the 6 of Swords, so you're moving forward, and then the power shift becomes the 6 of Wands. So you see from the 6 to the 6 here. And then the 4th week we see that you're an empowered. So this armor does dissolve a bit, but you're not shedding everything at once. Okay, Cancerians. That was interesting. I'm really interested in that. Okay, I'm going to carry on to the next water sign, and I will see you all very soon.